think Doctor Who was rubbish after I left, is really what's going on. So, and it carried on for a few years, and it managed, it stumbled along. Get my coat, would you, darling?
Russell T Davies. The man, the myth, the legend. Avid lover of Doctor Who, part of the anti-Tory campaign, and spectacular screenwriter. In short and in long, he is one of the good ones. But can too much good be a bad thing? Russell T Davies wrote Doctor Who for series 1 to 4, led Torchwood and led Sarah Jane, and pulled off the most successful run in the show's history since its creation in the 60s. During his tenure on the show, Russell made good friends with Mr. Stephen Moffat, who later acted as his replacement.
Hooray, look, together at last.
Yeah, we are.
Hooray. I love this man.
I love this man too.
How
And that's
excited-
the announcement of the evening.
That's it, we're together.
Come on, it's
Sorry, Sue.
marvellous. Yeah.
How excited are we about Dracula? We're very excited.
Are we? Good,
Yes.
good. I'm glad. I'm
Right.
glad. Read through any minute.
Listen,
So,
I think people often expect us to be rivals and enemies. And we
Yeah.
love each other.
We do.
Probably do. It's like, hooray. There's all that Doctor Who
Yeah.
nonsense. It's like,
Leading the show from Series 5 all the way through to Series 10. After Moffat came Chibnall and came the decline in the series. As viewing figures dropped and opinions increased, Doctor Who was heading for a war in its own fandom. People who loved all of the show, people who hated the show since Capaldi, people who only loved Jodie, and people who only hated Jodie. It became that in order to save the show, there could only ever be one man up for the job. The man who led the most successful era in TV history. The man who brought it back after distant death. The man, the myth, the legend, Russell T Davies.
Now, Doctor Who fans will be very happy to see Ryan Gosling wearing the Shotty Gatwa t-shirt, the new Doctor Who. There he is there. Is there some kind of like secret code behind this move from Ryan Gosling that you
Let me tell you, Jermaine, you're a beautiful man. If Ryan Gosling was in Doctor Who, I wouldn't be sitting here. I'd be in Cardiff with my good mate Ryan having a drink.
Fair point. Fair point.
He shooted a film with Suti Gatwa, he shooted the Barbie movie
Barbie
together.
film.
Barbie
Wow.
film. Yeah. They're both playing Ken, I think. I think there were lots of Kens.
Yes.
So,
See,
yeah.
secretly, I can't wait to see that.
That should be good, isn't it? Yeah,
Should be good, shouldn't it? Anyway, Doctor Who, 60th anniversary next year. There's going to be loads of specials, I imagine. Neil Patrick Harris, we know, is playing the villain.
Yes.
Catherine Tate's back, isn't she?
Yes.
David Tennant.
David Tennant's back.
So come on, Russell. What are the goss have you got for us?
Has anyone ever come on the One Show and given away a spoiler?
Yes.
Now you may be
Yes,
wondering, hey
really?
Ford, this video is saying he is killing the show and all you've done is praise him. And for that, you'd be correct. Russell T Davies is by all means the best thing for the show's future, but when something is the best for one area, it means it's the worst for another. While I'm sure everything is ramping up for the second golden era of the show with RTD2, I'm also sure that this is quite possibly the most dangerous thing for the show since Chris Chibnall wrote the Timeless Child arc. You see, Russell's return for me has a 100% chance of success, but then also has a 50-50% chance of stabilising the show's continued future after his second departure. Once Russell leaves again, if the show declines soon after, it will then become obviously apparent that something dire isn't working. This will then leave the BBC crawling for more writers to either return or jump on the ship, such as Moffat, Briggs, Chibnall or anyone else they can rustle up. After this frantic panic at finding a replacement as good as RTD, which, let's face it, may not even exist, BBC will realise that no one else will work and could axe the show for a second time. Now, like I said, this is a 50-50 chance. What I just discussed is one possibility. Another is that what Russell does is that what we're hoping and stabilises the show for after his second departure. This could be done by raising the show's standards again, meaning more high quality writers want to get on board. It could mean finding another suitable replacement like he did with Moffat, probably one of his lead writers in the next era. It might mean having continued oversight even after his next successor is done. If Doctor Who continues to be spearled by Bad Wolf, then even after RTD and his successor are out, Russell could still have a say in the next showrunner and what direction the show could go in, almost as though he is the Emperor and the showrunners are his supreme Dalek units. If you want to hear more about what I thought of the Chibnall era and want to hear some theories and thoughts on RTD's return, then be sure to subscribe to the channel as both of those videos will be out very soon. And also as an ending note, if you're interested in voice acting for my upcoming figure adventures, please fill out the form or join the Discord in the description and give me a ping. Both are sufficient options to get involved. I'm also open to new screenwriters for future episodes, and anyone who wants to perhaps edit an episode as it would look lovely on a CV that you've worked alongside a production team. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.